35 years later, occasionally somebody asks me a question that I don't know the answer to. Can you believe it?
That's hard to believe.
I can't even make it up.
It's hard to believe, but once in a while.
Once in a blue moon. So here was a question that was asked to me. We're gonna ask Paul on the other side of the break, okay? A man has 2 children from 2 different marriages or 2 different women. Man, 2 different children, 2 different women. How does that affect the amount of child support? We know that if he had 2 children with one woman, we know it'd be X amount of dollars. But if he's got one from other, when he has a second child, does mom number 1 start getting less child support? We're going to find out. If mom number 1 gets the same amount of child support, how does the child number 2 affect it?
After a child support order is entered for child number 1, and that child number 1, mother gets $300 per month, child number 2 from the different mother, or from the different father, rather, the child support is calculated and there are deductions made. So if child number 1's child support is actually paid by the father, then that's deducted from the income, and the net effect is child number 2 is going to get shortchanged. Child number 2's mother is going to get less money than she would if it was the only child that the father was paying child support for. There's a deduction for child support actually paid from a previous relationship, and that's the important point.
Ah.
So, so if child number 2 is not going to get as much child support as that child would if it were the only child.
I get it. So if a father's income is $2,000 a month, but he pays $500 a month in child support, when it comes to calculating child support for number 2, it is if he only makes $1,500 a month.
That's precisely correct.
All right, Paul.